Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? The way I kikied and haha throughout this episode reminded me that season 6 was stellar for Love After Lockup. Mhm. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and haha and get into another episode of Love After Lockup. It is season 6, episode 9. We have one more to go, and this season is over. The title, Love and Vengeance. Nope, we don't like the title. We gonna change it. We ain't gonna change the title, but we got a thumbnail coming, honey. Yes, besties. But how would you rate this week's episode? It was good. It was it was a theme going on this season. What I've noticed is lots of folks have dogs, Who was it? Demadrick's father got a dog. That's what my baby looks like. Brooklyn looks like that, but she has a tan. I think this dog was just black and tan or black and white. Mine is black, tan, and white. She's really cute. So JK has Gunner. Demadrick's dad or mom probably has that dog. If somebody else Savannah got that cookies and cream looking dog named Juice. Then the other theme is everybody is dealing with everyone else's phones. Will is looking over his shoulder over at Courtney's phone. Kiana is all in JK's. No, did I say Kiana? Kiana's in Demadrick's phone. Savannah all up in Bradley's phone. It's just like, y'all, you gotta just I think Joey and Mike was the only two that ain't in each other's phones. Brooke got JK's phone tapped. she got that thing. She got his locations on, and Alexis has an air tag on her car. Everybody is keeping up with everybody. Then we're not gonna get into these folks' houses, honey. Alex's house. Oh my goodness. Joella's house. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Y'all can't clean up. Joella, why do you have fake plants in your house, girl? That is not a vibe. But baby, I'm gonna rate this episode. It is like a 9, honey. It's a 9. And I know I've said a few recaps ago that this is Love After Lockup, but it's not that, it can't get a high vote. It'll never be a 10. I think I said it couldn't be past a 5. But baby, this episode, this season 6 is good. I don't care what y'all think, but I do care. Let me stop. Because I do want to know how you rate this week's episode. It was like a 9. It was giving what I wanted, honey. Drop down in the comments, besties, and let me know what you thought about tonight's video. Yes, it is still Friday. I got off work. I came home. I cooked. I rubbed the dog. I put a load of clothes in. I'm trying to get my stuff done tonight because I'm going to be in these streets this weekend. My niece's birthday is tomorrow. She trying to go to Top Golf. She want to go bowling. She want to go here, there, and everywhere. It's a group of us. Let's do it. It's going to be nice. The weather's going to be nice. And then Sunday is church and brunch and a nap. And then Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes. So it's going to be a fun weekend. Besties, drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought about tonight's episode. Please like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Please, it's easy and it's free. Just hit the thumbs up. Think. Make sure the bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. You got to help a sister out. I'm at 279. So I want to thank my new subscribers. I think that's about 3 or 4 new subscribers this week. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Stay, have fun. We talk, we giggle and kickle, and we talk over here, okay? We throw shade, okay? So let's get into it. Let's start off with, excuse me, I got my water. Hold on. Let's start off with Will and Courtney. Will takes Courtney to learn how to fly a helicopter because this criminal's dream is to be a helicopter pilot. Huh? And I feel so invested with these people. I said when I was watching it, Courtney, you ain't never told us that. Where you get that from? Where that pipe dream come from? You ain't never told us that. I was shocked. Moms, did you know? Did we call to make sure Mom's made it home back to Washington? But she don't know nothing about the planes, the helicopter. She knows nothing. So the pilot takes her on a simulator ride, just to kind of get familiar with it because he ain't finna put her on a real helicopter. So it's a simulator. And so, she does that. She enjoys it. It's like, okay, he's cute, but she's still mad at Will. He's pretty much triggered her. She's mad that he doesn't trust her. And she really thought that, she got a little nerd. She was going to be safe. She wasn't going to have this drama because we know she is highly triggered by her ex. So Will don't trust her. She's conflicted because, she thought she was betting on Will. But the girl is gaslighting at best because she has never said what happened and what was going on when he called her. She did sound inebriated. She did. She sounded like she was celebrating. Maybe somebody snuck in some champagne, some wine, some tequila, some something, some Beth with the M, yeah, girl, tell us something, because now you just look like a gaslighter. So she tells us the bad memories of her ex, honey, how he pulled her out the car by her hair and he put his hands around her neck and applied pressure to where she had to give in, and it was horrible. This girl has issues. She's carrying baggage and she needs to unpack it before she moves into any other relationship. And this marriage won't last. It won't last. So, she's like, you didn't trust me. What kind of you think I got married to you for? And he's like, well, I want to trust you. So they head off. They finish the helicopter class. They head off to go get some food because she had been complaining that she's hungry. She ain't fooling with him. So she don't want to eat. She don't want to drink. She don't want to snack. She don't want nothing. She want to go home to the halfway house. So they go to the sandwich shop. He like, order, get what you want. She like, I ain't hungry. So he's like, you are hungry. You've been telling me all day you're hungry. So he orders 2 turkey clubs. I was like, okay, that was cute. He's still, keeping her in mind, being selfless, being a husband. And so she tells us about the ex. And so we all sitting there like, real bad. He got down with her real bad. He was trying to turn off her breathing supply, okay? And so she don't know how to deal with Will because now she's triggered. So they go outside to the table. And so she's like, so this is the first date? You gonna take me to get sandwiches? Are you broke? I said, not are you broke? Are you broke? He was like, no, ma'am. Remember that ring you got on your finger? 10 racks. Where he learned how to say racks from? Clearly he listens to hip hop, right? He was like, I spent 5 racks on your clothes and 2 racks to get married. So she asks, are they gonna go, like, what's next? Are we going to a souvenir shop? He was like, yeah, if you keep this up. He said, yeah, I'll put you on the shelf like you a souvenir. Child, I said, not Will got clapped back. Will, don't let me find out. Don't let me find out, Will. The swag in Will it came out this episode. So she looks at him and she like, he got me messed up. I ain't nobody's souvenir, but you can put me on nobody's shelf. Of course, she takes her ring off. She's like, you want a souvenir? She takes her ring off and throws it on the table, whatever. And she's like, I'm out. I'll catch the bus. And she walks down the street. She going to the bus stop. And so he like, oh, come on, you tripping, what's up? And so he get a little mad. So he telling her, you probably got about 5 or 10 bands on you. Don't be coming for my money. I've been spending money on you. And so he put her on blast and said, I know you guys still got them sugar daddies. I was like, what? What are we talking about? Not the throuple couple up in Arizona. Same thing. He said, oh, yeah, when we in the car, I'm looking at your phone. You taking pictures and talking to them and responding and smiling. He says, I see it, but I don't care because I wanted you to have those sugar daddies because I wasn't going to give you no money. So she like, well, if you was providing for me like a husband, I wouldn't have to need no sugar daddies. He said, no, baby, me giving you money while you was in jail, that's like taking care of a child. I was like, nah, honey, hold on. Not Will for 3 and Courtney 0. Not Will. No, Will won that one, honey. So moving on, we're gonna go ahead and leave. Oh, it's still cold and rainy, but wherever they went to the helicopter spot, that looked like they had some good weather over there. They go back downtown, and it's still looking cold. It wasn't raining, but it looked very cold. So we're gonna go ahead and leave Oregon. We're gonna head on over. Where we going? Let's go on over. I try to do the Richmond, Virginia, honey. Kudos to Bradley. He finally threw in the towel. I'm about to say tile. Child. And so did them other people. We'll get to them in a minute. Honey, Bradley and Savannah broke up. Finally. That's all I wanted. So they had broke up. Remember, he dropped himself off at his father's house last week. So it's been a week. They haven't talked. So she goes for a walk with Cookies and Cream Dog and Alyssa. So Alyssa encourages her to pop up at his job. She said, but be nice, say you love him, and be nice to see where it goes. Because she ain't with that taking a break stuff. She said if her husband needed a break, he would have to move out. Okay. So Alyssa also tells Savannah that she needs to learn how to STFU. Savannah said, where you learn that from? Therapy? Alyssa said, yep, and you need to go. She didn't say that, but that's me. And she said, you got to work on, like, you need to stop always having to have the last word. You need to work on that. And so she was like, I do. Yeah, you need to learn how to STUF. So she says she loves him, and she wants actions from Bradley, but she wants to feel safe with him. She want to get back to where they were so they can grow. So Alyssa tells production that they don't need to get back together. She's not rooting for them and she don't want them to get back together. She just talking. That's her friend. She trying to play her part, right? She says, honey, the bad outweighs the good in this relationship with them two. He needs to walk away. They need to stop playing. He done his jail time. He need to come home and get himself together. The family don't support them at all. And that's that on that. So Savannah pulls up on Bradley because he finally went to his job, right? He out there working on a house, doing some construction, contracting, building, whatever. Bradley looks up. He like, oh no, he is so embarrassed. He's like, WTF. No, she not here. His boss is like, don't be bringing your drama up here now. We here to build these homes. We gonna get on. He like, I know, I got you. So he fussing at her because how you pull up at my job and ain't saying nothing. But she did call and he ignored her phone call. And that was a theme for this episode too. A lot of calling and not answering was happening. Julius wasn't answering Alexis's call. JK wasn't answering Brooke's call. Am I missing anybody else? Okay. So she tells him goodbye. She crying. He walks off. He talking about she's so insecure, I can't even deal with her. So he like, I'm trying to get to the bag. I ain't worried about this relationship mess. I'm trying to get my money together, because he's a natural born hustler. So for him not to go back to the streets, he got to get this job going, right? So he come back, he tells her, bitch, you making me want to hate you. And I just cannot stand how he throws that B word around, and she lets him. And you know who else throw them words around? JK and Brooke. Oh, she got his butt back this episode. Just when I thought she was letting him play in her face, she was calling him one back. So he was like, why are you pouting like a little kid? And she says, because I'm tired. I don't feel good. Then why are you here? So she shuts down. She don't want to talk in front of the cameras. Oh, Savannah. She's so spoiled. Calling her spoiled Savannah. So he like, okay, they unmic Bradley. He like, you gonna go over there and talk to her, go to her house? He like, yeah. She feels like Bradley is icing her out. She leaves his job site, and she says this is the end for her. She is done, baby. Because she says, you know what? I realize me and him, we cannot fix this by ourselves. And I said, yeah, that black woman told y'all to break up. She told you last week. She the one got this going. She got Bradley activated. He woke up. He said, I ain't finna be playing with this girl. So she ends filming. She refuses to film. She's done with the show. Okay. I was like, yes. So 2 weeks later, Bradley is in his red Ford truck, honey, maybe an F-150. He rolling down the street looking independent and good, looking employed, looking like he got about $200 in his bank account, honey. And so he said, yeah, he went to her house after filming. They was good for a week. And she went back to her Savannah episodes, and he broke things off for good. And she was calling him and reaching out to him, but he was like, I'm not the one for her. I hope she finds somebody that can deal with her, but it ain't me. I'm good. I'm done. And he stared at us, looked right in that camera, honey. He did not flinch, blink, nothing. He meant what he said. I said, okay. So let's leave Virginia. Where y'all want to go? Y'all want to go to Ohio? Do you want to go to Ohio? Let's go to Ohio. Alexis, Julius, and them two things. Females, chicks, girls. Y'all think those are two girls? What y'all think? That we get to see. Why was it hiding behind the one girl? For a minute, it's like, why are you hiding? So yeah, it was acting like a yeah, it was acting like a yeah. So Alexis, let me tell you something, honey. Are you listening? Let's talk, Alexis. You have no game, okay? Let's just say that. But when you pull up on your man, honey, you can't come out the house looking a hot mess. Girl, go slap your lashes on, throw on some earrings, fluff that hair, do something with your edges, and put on some clothes. Little makeup, you out there looking like Precious. You out there looking like Oompa Loompa. Like, girl, you can't argue a man down and think Girl, he looking at you like, oh, you came outside looking like this. Ooh. And she know, if she's a pretty girl, she was ugly in this episode. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be childish. It's Friday night. I don't care. I'm gonna be childish. I'm gonna say some things y'all don't like, and you bet not come for me because the block will be blocking. Because I'm grown. Okay. So her and her friend Maya, they pull up on Mr. Julius and his friend Drew and them two raggedy females in the car. One was a real one was not. Julius, child, what Julius gonna do? He gonna have that phone in his hand. And not only like does he carry the phone, he be on it. He texting, he scrolling. He looked like he was texting. But what are you like? What like you know what you cannot do? You cannot not answer my phone calls. And then when I approach you, you on the phone, you texting. You know, Tyler called him and he had the audacity to answer the phone in front of her. Child, the way I would have slapped that phone out his hand, she is tripping. So they pull up on him, them two raggedy things. I said, Julius, you just don't have no. Julius will fool with any. So why you gotta be with some girls to go get some clothes? What you mean? Why you with them? I don't know them. You got a girl you can go buy clothes with. Child, these females look so busted. I want to know that clothing store, did they sell female clothes? Because I'm wondering, was Julius taking them to go shopping to look better? And was he gonna go get some wigs next? Because they both was busted in the head department, child. One looking like Florida Evans, and the other one's edges is so nappy and hair just not done. And child, we'll get into it. So you got a girl. These females, you know, who are they? Where did you find these women from, Julius? They ain't even presentable. They got lashes on. That's all they had on was lashes. So here go Alexis. Who are they? Julius like, you know, we just vibing at the studio. Why you vibing with girls in the studio when you got a girlfriend? Why you wouldn't answer your phone when I just called you? I was in the studio. You ain't in no studio now, and I just called your phone. Ugh, Alexis, we good. We good. He looking everywhere but at her. He looking on the ground, past her, to the left, to the right, behind him. He looking up in the sky. He looking, and he cannot give her or anyone he talks to eye attention in the eyeballs department. It's like, what is happening? So he trying to shut her. We good. So then the female male says, they over there, wait, first they over there just snickling and giggling. Just it's like, ugh. So his friend Drew is there, and he just light skin, looking like bone, 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 bone. He got tattoos all on his face. His locks is he got a little hang time, but they not long like Julius's. And he's skinny just like Julius. It's like, where do y'all what is up? Are y'all related? Do you only hang out with half breeds like yourself, Julius? So then Tyler calls. He got the audacity while this girl fussing at him and she ain't holding it down at all. She just acting desperate, low self-esteem, insecure. She is failing and failing fast. He can't even take her serious. He can't even get her, she can't even get his undivided attention. So, but that phone did. He picked up. Hey, Tyler, I'm gonna call you back. All in front of her. You can't answer my calls, but you could answer his calls. Child, the way I would have slapped that phone out his hand. So here go Alexis. I just caught you with two girls that I don't even know. Julius like, you didn't catch me. He got his hands moving like you did. Oh, he was like, oh, he was, excuse me. He was using his hands like, look at him, man. I don't like that. Look at that. You think I'm fooling with that? That's what he wanted to say. The way his hands was like, look at him. You think I'm fooling with them? You gotta be kidding me. Look at this crap. We ain't If anything, they probably was about to go cash him out on some clothes. That's what I was thinking. If they didn't have no girl clothes in there, because I'm like, well, what is happening? What is going on? I'm trying to make sense out of it, y'all. So Alexis is like, well, what do you mean? Why was they in my car? I'm like, yes, ask some real questions, girl. We want to know what is happening, what's going on. So then the she gonna say, baby girl, it ain't nothing going on like that. You know, we just some video girls. Y'all some what? Some video girls. Oh, now, child. When I was coming up, video girls was Melissa Ford, and I don't know nobody else's name, but pretty girls. Shoot, y'all some video girls? Child, they said we doing business. I'm sorry, y'all. I hollered. This was the one time I know other content creators, they like you can watch them watch the show. I wish I could have done that tonight. I would have had y'all hollering because the way I was hollering through this whole episode, they said, child, let me catch my breath. They said, we're models. Models? Baby, wait a minute. You could never. Models? You ain't no Tyra Banks and no Naomi Campbell. Modeling what? What? Y'all busted, broke down, toe up from the floor up, bootsy with cheese. And what else am I missing? I'm talking about scallywags, rippers. Oh, gosh. They said they meant that we are models. They even got a little production time. They talking about, well, we wasn't looking for no dudes because we not pressed for Julius. We didn't know he had a girlfriend. I'm like, tell me what happened at that studio. So they ran some footage back, y'all. So Julius was telling her, well, it was 3 girls at first. Oh, so you picked them? So these are the 2 you picked? So when they did the video, you did see the girl with the busted hair, the real female. She was all on Julius, and he was looking at the camera like, ah! I'm like, no, bruh, no. So then she was behind him, but then I did see an arm and a chest on another person who probably, just by the looks of what they had on, was probably, hopefully, maybe not though. I was gonna say they probably were cute, but I don't know. But it was three people there. Julia said, I'm a rapper, and she gonna have to get used to me being around girls. I'm gonna need her to act like she know and quit tripping, because this is what I do. She need to get off that BS and get with it. But until then, I'm about to mob off in her car. I said, no. No. Child, he gets in her car with them people, I believe, which is kind of weird because I rewound my TV. Now, when he was getting in the car, there was a white little small SUV behind Alexis. In the passenger seat was the she with the pink shirt on. They was in there. It's a handicap placard in the window and everything. But when Julius pulled off, I looked a few times. I think I saw that pink shirt in the back seat. I think that's what I saw. So I'm not sure what was going on in that moment. But he gets in the car. Child, why he didn't tow her car up? The bottom of the car, child, I don't know if that was the timing belt. What it looked like, Julius did hit a couple of speed bumps and tore the bottom of her car up. She need to go to the mechanic and get them to fix that. He honking so she could move out the way. Beep, beep, beep. Timing bell dragging on the ground. The way I hollered, the way I hollered. Oh, and he just recklessly drove off. I'll say Lexus. And then, did y'all hear Alexis fussing at production? Y'all gonna let him drive off? What was they supposed to do, honey? Hop in front of the car and get ran over? Get choked by the timing belt that's dragging on the ground, girl. He ain't going far because the bottom of your car about to fall out. And he know it. That's why he came back. Okay. I should not be this high feet. It is 12:02 a.m. So homeboy come back. He giving her keys. And him and that boy, they gonna walk up in the store like they finna continue with their day and go shopping. Oh, they finna leave. So I guess the two scallywags got in that little white SUV. So I'm thinking that whole scene was probably kind of fake because why was they parked in the parking lot already? See, production be slipping sometimes because that's why this show I watch it twice. I watch it once because I be like settling in. So as I was cooking and washing and getting the dog together, I was listening and watching the show while I was doing all that, right? And so after I ate is when I rewound it and started taking my notes. And it's easier that way for me, especially with this show because it's an hour and a half long. So he come back, he go into the store, go shopping, and he tell the females, bye, we'll holla on the video tip. I said the way I would have pushed him. And then he go into the store. So then Alexis' friend is like, girl, he don't care about you. And, all he had to do was answer the phone. And I was like, exactly. All he had to do was tell her, what's up, babe? I'm at the studio. You ain't even in the studio with no baddies. She is probably more mad at you for being with them the ugly ducklings. Sorry to be calling people ugly because I know that is childish. And normally I don't. But you know what? It's Friday night. I did my due diligence for the week, and I don't care. And I ain't had nothing to sip on. I don't care. It was ugly. They was acting ugly, laughing, snickling and giggling. Child, I would have been more mad at him hanging out with that. Because what is happening? And you know what, you guys? Let me see. Because I glanced on Facebook for 2 seconds, and I saw that Julius responded about them two people he was with. And he was kind of like trying to like deny like it was anything going on. Like, come on, y'all. I'm just, that was just what I do because I'm a rapper. I got to find it. But anyway. So what else happened, child? What else happened? So he going to the store. So Alex's friend is like, he don't care about you. And so, she doesn't want this for her friend. She's like, is he going to keep doing this? But you want me to do breakup with him? Well, are you going to keep putting up with it? Because he may not change, And she was like, you can't bring no baby into this. But she did. Didn't she just had a baby a couple weeks ago? So Alexis gets into her car and she go home. I hope she made it, honey, because the bottom is falling out. The guts is hanging. Woo, child. I hope she going straight to the mechanic because, honey, Julius looked like he ran over a speed bump and didn't stop. Ba-bum. You just ride down the street. Ba-bum. So she left. She told him she was going home, and she looked so pitiful. Alexis, anytime you finna come out on a prowl, honey, you trying to confront your man. Look like something, girl. Give him something to want to fight for, okay? He looking at you like, girl, You should at this moment, y'all all was looking the same, Alexis. You was blending in with them other two. Your friend was cute, but you was blending in with them other two persons. So she says she deserves more. She wants to be with someone who sees her and not take advantage of her. And I was like, well, what you gonna do, girl? Cause yeah, uh-huh. Okay, so let's go to Idaho. Ciao. Michael, I am not mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You did what you had to do. You did what you had to do. So over at Joey's father's house, they in the backyard praying over the food. That prayer was so diabolical. And yeah, Lord, and we want to pray for the what does he call it? The what does he call it? The Lockup motel kid is here and we eating and we want to make sure he don't slip and slide on them illegals and keep my son safe because he gonna slip, and if he stay with Michael he gonna be slipping and sliding too with them illegals and OMG. Okay, so Joey's family does not want him to go down that path again with Michael. Michael knows this. Michael cannot put the wool over their eyes. He feels pressured by the family because they all looking at him like, we've been there and we done that. We wrote the book and we got the bumper sticker. We are clean. We've been clean and we know you not going to be clean. We know because this is what he was saying, right? So Mike tells Joey that he's a bad influence on him. He was uncomfortable. He feels pressured. Joey is acting like he's confused because, he's in Delulu land. So they discuss why Joey relapsed before. And, it's because he was bored and lonely. He said, well, I don't have to worry about that now because you're out. We hooked up. We together. And we doing this. We going to do this life together. Mike knows he cannot fool Joey's family, and he just needs to stop because he finna cause all kind of mess. He probably feels bad. He has a conscience because he's done this before. So Michael feels like he's letting Joey down. And Joey don't even know it. Now, that's a shame. So he tells them that they should go their separate ways. Joey is like, are you effing kidding me? Are you what the F? And Mike's like, no, I'm not. I'm being serious. I cannot bear to hurt you or your family. Please be mad at me. And he kept telling, be mad at me. Joey is speechless. Production trying to get him to talk and go talk to Michael. They in the parking lot. Joey walking away. Michael's following behind him. And so Michael says, I'm just telling you this because I know I'm going to F up again. Like tonight, like right now. You've been stressing me out. And he tells Joey the truth. He says, you're too good for me, and I'm not going to change. I was like, wow, Michael, I'm so glad you came to this late, but at least you came to this. Wow, like, wow. He says, I don't want to be with you. Wow. And he said, there's no one else. I'm not doing nothing. And so Joy's like, I don't even care about that. It doesn't matter because you ain't even trying. You don't even want to try. Don't you want to be a better person? Don't you want a different lifestyle? He was like, you've been out 2 days. You've been out 40, excuse me, y'all. You've been out 48 hours and you don't even want to try. Joey is livid, but not mad like how we would be mad. He's mad on the inside. He's keeping his cool. Michael's like, I just think I can't. Mike is following him all around the parking lot. Joey's like, don't follow me. I don't want to look at you. Michael knew it wasn't going to work when he came home on the first night and they didn't do it because Michael's like, I likes to do it and I didn't want to do it. And I knew from that it wasn't going to work. So Joey is just like, I just wanted you to try. You just couldn't try. So M says, I didn't mean to drag him along, but it seems like that's what I did. But I'm free now. So let me go over here and find Spencer and Jordan and Fergie, and I'm about to get it in. Where's Joey at? Oh, you guys, did you guys hear? I have an update. OMG, this is sad, you guys. Sad news. Did you hear that Amber, she went back to jail? Amber had got pneumonia, I want to say, if I remember correctly. She had pneumonia. It turned bad because, they're not giving you care and taking you to the hospital in time. She has a bad infection. And do you know she is on life support and she may not make it? And her family is with her. Shots out to Amber's family. We know her mother because she did time with her mother. Remember her mother? So let's just have a moment of silence real quick for Amber, because it is so sad when we lose these castmates, because we've lost a lot of life, love, and love during Lockup cast members. We've lost a lot. So let's do a moment of silence before we go to Texas. So JK has found his home on the couch. Marla got her room back, honey. Marla said, enough is enough. I know it's stank in her room. Ugh. I hope she aired it out, cleaned up, sprayed, sanitized, soaked, went and got new sheets. So JK is planning on visiting Alex. Okay. He misses her because low key, she was hecka more. Like she was more, he got along with her better than he gets along with Brooke. So he kind of misses, but that's probably his first love or his real love. So he gets up, he about to go put another little short set on, a little was that the same outfit he had on before? Because chap, was that a different outfit, y'all? Y'all let me know. Because he had on that same color on for the barbecue, I think. Is that the same outfit, y'all? Well, child, he didn't put it on. Then he get up and go to the bathroom to brush his teeth. Oh my god! Talk about, I'm gonna come over there with dragon breath. She over there. Yeah, I like that. She want them. She just all on them. When you want me to come? Yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever. I was like, oh girl. Oh girl. No, she not trying to get her boo back. So child James Keith goes into the bathroom, honey, and he brushes his 4 teeth. Honey, he getting it. I'm like, let me see. How do you brush your teeth when you ain't? I was just thinking, do some of the toothpaste, do he choke off the toothpaste because it's just sliding down his throat because there ain't no teeth to block it because it's stuck on his tongue. But JK got his teeth done, right? And he looks really good. And the girl, his posture cracks me up. I got a cousin that walks like that, kind of the back kind of curve a little bit, and they kind of walk in the way they use their hands. They just carry themselves like an old lady, but they don't look gay or anything, but they just carry themselves all frumpy looking a little bit. I got a cousin that walked just that. His whole posture is just like that. So he get his 3 clean teeth or his 4 clean teeth, hop in the Uber. He goes over to Alex's, honey. Brooke is at work with her mother. Where do they work? I don't know. Is this some kind of consignment store? Goodwill? I don't know. A little hobby shop, whatever. I see clothes, I see jewelry, I see all kind of stuff. So she decides to check JK location. Oh, he's in the same town that Alex lives in. So now she getting riled up. Here she goes. She cussing him out on his voicemail. B, you better call me back and tell me what's going on because I know where you're at. Well, she didn't say that, but she said everything else. So he goes over to Alex's ran down, dilapidated shack attack. It looked like if you blow on it, it's gonna fall apart. That raggedy thing. What was that? It looked like JK walked into her garage and came through the door that leads you into the house. Because I did, when he was knocking on the door, I did see a washer or dryer on the left hand side. But baby, they don't have paint where she lives. Like, honey, paint, like, keep your stuff looking good. How do you have company when your house ain't presentable? Her house was a mess. Okay, I'm being petty, extra petty today. Okay. So she opened the door talking about welcome. Welcome to what? Child, and he looked in there. He was looking a little concerned when he walked in there too. So he was keeping his distance. He's sitting on one end of the couch. She's on the other. So she was like, "Oh, you vaping? Let me see what scent." He gave it to her because he trusts her. You could they vibe like really well. So she giving it back to him. Okay, that's what you smoking. Okay. So she like, "Oh, that's your little anklet." Like, yeah, this is my ankle Rolex. I said, "Yo, what?" He was like, "This is my ankle Rolex." And so I'm looking at Alex. She's cute. She looked like she about 11 and a half. She looked real young. She a little plump, but she is cute. So she wrote him a letter. So she kind of told him, "Yeah, you told me to write you, and I did, and that didn't do no good. So what's the point?" So he reads the letter. It's all love and heartfelt, pulling at his heartstrings. Looked like he was about to shed a little tear. She told him she loves him, and he tells her if she loved him, she wouldn't have cheated on him. Okay. It wouldn't be no reason for you to go see your ex there would have been no reason. And I'm sitting here like, listen at this. It's never cool when you with someone. You with someone and you at your ex's house. Hypocrite. How you sitting in this girl's house telling her what she did and you doing the exact same thing? You don't know what they did because he even said it. I don't know what your ex needed from you, what you wanted, or why you went, but you wasn't supposed to go. Well, look at you. So she said, I don't have no excuse for my actions. He tells her she was supposed to be the one that picked him up from jail. She was supposed to be the one that was supposed to be at the party, with him because of the relationship she had established with his mama, his family, with him. She the old boo. She the original. So Brooke over there at the job, she ready to throw her life away because she want to put hands and feet on Alex. So she leaves work. Mama said, "You gonna get fired." She like, "I don't care." She is headed to Alex's house, honey. And so she keep calling him. And he's like, dang, like he's wondering, do she know where I'm at? Cause this phone getting super activated now that I left the house. I'm like, chow, chow. Ciao. So let's head on over to the other side of Texas, and I think this is where we gonna wrap this up. Demondrick and Kiana and Joella. Ciao. So it's morning. She getting ready to go to the hair salon, and I'm so happy because I've been looking for homeboy, the guy that she works with, because he got such a smart mouth. He's so funny. So she leaves, they kiss, whatever. He says it's hard to find a job as a felon in Texas, right? But honey, he was playing video games. His hands was toe up, ashy. He needed a super duper manicure with a hot wax. Not that any man should be walking around with glossy, pretty fingers, but I mean, he looks like he works hard, okay? He said he works part-time doing concrete. I said, oh, well, it looked like you needed to go in the bathroom and wash your hands, Demondre. Ugh, how you just ugh. Anyway, so and my thing is, y'all saw his chain, right? You saw it had a little pow pow on the chain. How you think you finna get a job with that on your neck? Like, come on, bruh. So it's a week after. Remember, he called the baby mama. He snuck out on the porch to call her to say he wanted to come see his son. Well, this is a week later. He finally making it over there. I'm like, why did it take you a week to go over there? So he heading over there. He said he lying to Kiana. Kiana think he going to work. he going over there because he don't want no drama. Boy, you about to have drama. You are drama. I keep telling you, Demadric, you are drama. You, your daddy, your sister, that's their brother, and your family. So Kiana goes to the hair shop. They like, hey girl, what's up? She's setting up. She looked like she get ready to do some braids because she putting all the little synthetic hair on that little thing to separate it so you can just grab it and braid and grab and braid. So the owner and the funny dude asking her questions about her relationship. What's the matter? You know, it's always something. What about the baby mama? Yeah. Well, why was the baby mama at the barbecue? Because she was invited. She felt comfortable being there. Somebody wanted her there. And they was like, well, what's this on your hand, girl? They was like, let me see. What is that? She said, well, you know, we went to make cakes. And he stuck this ring on a cake. And then he proposed, and we are engaged, honey. And so the owner, she said, well, did he get on one knee? And she said, no, he didn't get on a bend. He didn't bend his knee. He didn't get down on one knee. And so she said, well, are you happy? And so, because I'm like, why? Because they said, like, why are we just now seeing this ring? Like, why you ain't? She said, because you know what? If I was engaged, I would have came in here screaming to the top of my lungs, honey. Y'all would know I was, engaged. And so, oh boy, like, yeah, yeah. So Keanu's like, well, I'm happy. I'm just waiting to see what his actions gonna be about. The owner, like, well, you right there tells you that this ain't the relationship that you need to be in. Y'all not ready for marriage. That you gotta see what his actions doing. So, child, he over there at Joela's house or whatever that is she lives in. And I ain't trying to bag on nobody's house. Don't get soft and sensitive on me. We just keep kidding about these people we don't know. Baby, that fake plant took me up out of here. I was like, girl. And I know she got 3 boys, but it ain't no room in there. I see bikes all in the living room. So she in the kitchen. Child, did y'all notice she had on Brooklyn's cat suit? I said, is that the same cat suit that Brooklyn had on? What is up with these tan these tan bodysuits? What is going on? Is that the style? And it's so funny that they're both totally 2 different body types. One is big, hers is probably a 3X, and Jaquela's is probably an extra small. And neither one of them look good in it. Like, you can't be super skinny. Like, Jaquela's so skinny, she don't have no curves, right? You see her panty line. Then she had on a jean jacket with it. Why do you have on a jacket in the house? What is going on, girl? She always thinks she be dressed cute, but she don't. You so skinny, you could wear anything. Why you ain't got no clothes on? And I ain't gonna talk about her breasts, how they sagging, looking like, ugh, 2 long balloons with half the water in them. Let it just saggy, just look like you could tie them in a knot. Who she need to get a mommy makeover? Just her chest. Maybe she breastfed a lot. She needs to pick them suckers up. She need a better bra on, okay? And did y'all notice when Demondrick went over there, he did not interact with that oldest son. Maybe it's probably the editing. But honey, he came over there for that little boy. He came running out the bedroom, and he kept saying, "I want to go with you. I want to go with you. I want to." Why do kids always want to go home with you? They don't never want to stay home. They always want to leave. So Joella's energy is really off. She is mad. Okay, she gave him a half a hug. She in there trying to get the food together, honey. She been in that kitchen cooking up a good old Sunday meal, honey. She had some kind of meat on them trays, them little bowls for the kids. She had yams. I saw greens, cornbread. The cornbread looked good though. But Joella had a little chip on her shoulder, honey. So he tells her that he's engaged. I was like, child, I know you should have stepped back on that one. He is bold. He is so bold. And I just did not like, we'll get to that in a minute. So he tells her, oh, we getting engaged. She looked like, what? She's wiping the counter. She's like giving him no eye contact. She's acting like he's not even there. She got a chip on her shoulder. And so she stopped and then she looked and she tells him, like, well, I thought you was coming home. And he was like, well, she was like, well, you can't come over here like that. And he was like, I know, we got to get over that. So she was like, so, are you saying it's okay for me to move on? Like I can date others and get me another man? You all right with that? Why are you asking him that, girl? But she trying to make sure that we're done, we're over, we're kaput. So he said, long as you choose the right person who go take care of my kids. I was like, take care of your kids? You ain't never took care of your kids. Why does the new dude have to take care of your kids? You mean treat your kids right is what you mean. Child, so she cooking, she giving all the kids they bowls to eat. Child, I was like, Joella, you don't have a kitchen table for the kids to sit down and eat. You ain't got the little plastic kiddie table. They eating right at on the TV stand. I know, but I'm just like, I want you to do better. Like, you gotta do better. And then she gonna feed the Modric in some old plastic meal prep container. I'm like, girl, that is not how you get a man. Granted that you look like you cooked, or maybe you got that from Boston Market. I'm not sure. Or the local, soul food restaurant around the corner. I don't know your situation. You too skinny to know how to cook, but you probably do. I got a skinny cousin that could throw down with some gumbo, y'all. She could cook too. So not her problem. They just got high metabolisms. But she got this man eating on the couch, sitting on the couch eating out of a meal prep container. Girl, you can't get a man like that. Why? There was one plate in her dish strainer. Why in her dish rack? Why you couldn't give him that plate, girl? And just don't have a kid. You gotta have a kitchen table with 3 sons, honey. So she all mad about that. They getting engaged. She said, well, she was like, well, you just take care of the kids. I like how you do. This ain't about them kids. This is about me and you. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This girl is okay. She trying to hold it together for them cameras. She trying not to flip out on them cameras and in front of her kids. But she wanted to go. But she don't seem like she don't get hyped. She was calm at the barbecue. She might be a woman who really like just has, I don't know. She seems very low temperamental anyway, but she a snake because she gonna still sit over there and wait on them, and I don't like that for her. Joella, go get yourself together. Move on, girl. Move on, girl. So she feels like. So he said, oh, she said, I'm talking about me and you, not the kids. So he said, you act like we together. She said, don't play. Like she kind of looked, she wanted to say something, but then she didn't for the cameras was there. So she was like, don't play. Like, what? And she stopped. So she feels like, he's played with her feelings. And he was like, you feel like that? She was like, yeah. And so she told production she don't think they gonna get married because she know him and he will be back with her. I said, girl, you gotta believe in something. Why not believe in me? So Joella's like, and I took care of your kids. And he was like, I knew you was about to get into that. I'm about to go. Tell the kids I'll see them later. Bye. So over at Kiana's house, she found some risky text messages between them two, Demadric and Joella. So they was talking about being horny and I don't know why I'm feeling like this. And she was like, well, I'm on my period. And I was like, okay, so she's fighting the feeling. I like that for her. But he's trying to get some. I said, Lord, he just can't help it. So she put him out. He over there at his daddy house. Daddy over there talking crap. Well, son, you over here looking slow and walking slow. Only time a man walks slow is when his woman dumped him or when he getting ready to go to church. Then he want to give him advice. Well, you know, why you over here, you better get to thinking about what you did and how you could have did it better. But I love that you're here. You know, I like it that you're here. His daddy's sitting there playing video games, child. I was like, you know what? So Kiana goes to meet his cousin at the Mexican restaurant. They talk about what's going on, them text messages. And so, she's reading the text messages. So the cousins told them that they need to go to therapy, honey, because you need to figure out why you want him. Because he want his baby mama. He trying to get in them guts, honey, and he trying to bust in them guts. Okay. So Kiana's like, I've been going through this with them since I was in the 12th grade. And Kiana is 27 years old. And you mean to tell me, Kiana, you've been dealing with Joella and Demodric's mess for 10 years? 10 years. Well, who is that 8-year-old by? On and off, I get it. And then they got the 5-year-old and the 2-year-old. You've been dealing with this mess for 10 years. Then she gonna tell the cousin, can he just find a different girl to mess with? What? Girl, at this point, if you gonna stay, y'all need to be sister wives. Cause honey, she ain't going nowhere. You saw how she came up to the barbecue. It was quiet. She playing her part. She knows how to play her part. And Kiana, I'm gonna tell you this: they might end up together. They just might end up together. Yeah, and if I don't know if y'all peeped, but when Kiana was at that hair salon, on that wall behind her, one of those pictures was a kid. Y'all know she got 2 kids, right? She just not filming them on the show, but she has 2 children. On the first episode when we met her, she had a car seat in the back of her car, that little black Jeep. There was a car seat back there. So, honey, Kiana's driving back home because Demadra called her. He want to go over there and have a talk. She said, okay. So she said, my mind and my heart are fighting. And I was like, that is a dangerous situation. Ladies, men, besties, let me tell y'all, when you're dating, this is some food for thought. Put this in your back pocket, just a little gem. If you with somebody and your mind and your heart are battling about this person, just drop them. It's not for you. Your heart don't know what to want. It just wants to be loved. It just wants to beat. But that brain is trying to protect your heart. Follow your mind. Because that heart don't know nothing, okay? So she wants, she knows she's battling. And she admitted, I like this, Kiana admitted to us that she is Delulu. She said, I'm delusional. At this point, I'm the one who's delusional. I'm like, exactly. Then she walked in the house and she had, them boots was cute, Kiana. She was dressed cute. So he comes over. He want to talk to his boo, honey. She in the closet standing there throwing his shirts on the bed. He come in. He like, what's up? She like, get the F out. You got to go. You got to get out of here. Get out. And besties, that was the end of the episode. And baby, next week gonna be something. I can't wait to see what Brooke gonna do. She ain't finna hurt a fly. But she been saying she was gonna put hands on that girl. And I'm like, you gonna fight the girl, but not the dude. He already, wonder now why doesn't JK have teeth? I wonder. She need to go ahead and knock out them last 3 he got. Go and knock them out, girl. But besties, that was the end of Love After Lockup. Please like this video. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Please like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. And I'll be back with another recap. Bye, besties.